All right, so in this video, I'm going to be going over the complete landscaping follow-up systems that will turn your leads into paying clients. Now, listen up, because I'm about to show you exactly how the best landscaping companies are turning leads into paying clients, because leads don't do anything for you until they pay. This isn't theory, this is the exact follow-up machine that's working right now in our industry. I'm going to break down every single piece of the system from the first contact all the way through closing, the sale, and even getting reviews on the back end. Now, we have to go into why your current process is costing you money to get a better picture of how we can solve that. So here's the current process most landscapers are doing right now. Number one, lead reaches out for a quote and expects a response almost immediately. And number two, you try to coordinate an on-site measurement/estimate before they go to your competitor. Sometimes it works, but most of the time you're too late. 3, when you do finally get to schedule an on-site estimate, the lead agrees maybe 1/3 of the time. And 4, of the leads that agree, some of them ghost you or give objections afterwards. And 5, so you try to follow up half the time and go nowhere, especially if you think waiting 1 to 2 days in between is acceptable. And finally 6, then you turn around and complain about the market while others are raking in cash, literally. Now, does this sound familiar? Here's what's happening in our industry right now. You're spending time and energy doing site visits, creating beautiful designs, putting together detailed quotes, and then losing jobs because of poor and slow follow-up. Now, let me show you why this matters with some hard data, since some of you still think you're right, even though your bank account is starving. Now, first, and what you should know is after you give a landscaping quote, the clock is ticking and ticking fast, and your opportunity is running out. Our data shows that after 48 hours, your chances of landing that backyard renovation or commercial maintenance contacts drops by over 80%. That's rough. But here's the good news. 62% of homeowners who don't buy immediately will still make a decision within 12 months. The key is staying in front of them the right way. Even better, about 50% of your competitors aren't even following up. And the odds are you aren't either, at least not right now. That means you can instantly stand out just by having a system in place. Let that sink in for a second. Half of your competition is just hoping clients come back. Now, what we're going to do in this training is give you something a little bit better than just hoping. I'm going to dive into the complete process from quote to close, and this is the better way to do it. Let me break down our exact system. This is the same follow-up machine that's helping landscape companies close more deals right now. And it's exactly what we're building out for the green space at Resto Systems. So if you're interested in mapping out your sales process and installing automated systems to make you more money, just go down to the link below, our landing page. You can book a call with us, and we're going to do a free map out process that is valued at over $500 for absolutely free. And even if you're not interested in moving forward with us, we'll still guide you in the right direction. And that mapping process, we'll send you a copy of it, and it's free for you to take and run. But anyways, let's get back into this. So this is the sequence of follow-ups immediately after the quote follow-up. So email number 1. Here's your exact script for right after you send that landscaping design or maintenance quote. Let's just we'll put names and stuff into these sections right here. So we'll just do, "Hi Jake, this is Grant with Restless Landscaping. I just sent over the quote for your specific project type, backyard renovation, maintenance, hardscaping projects, you name it, etc. I include all the details we discussed, maybe mention 1 to 2 specific elements they were excited about. Take a look and let me know what you think. This is your exact progression table. Don't change it, don't overthink it, just implement it exactly like this. So use this copy, use these sequences in your automations, or you can work with us and we can do it for you. But either way, use this sequence. We've done plenty of research into marketing copy and what type of messaging works. So take this and run if you're going to do it on your own. So now wait 15 minutes. And after that 15 minutes, it's going to be an SMS, so a text message instead of an email. And you're going to say something a little bit like this. "Hey, Jake, I just emailed your quote we discussed. Go ahead and take a look when you can. Talk soon, Grant." Now, wait until 5 p.m. that day, and then you're going to do a voicemail drop. And this can happen automatically too, just like the email and text. So the email drop is going to be pre-recorded, obviously, and it could say something a little bit like this. Hey, this is Grant with Restless Landscaping. I sent an email over to your inbox with a quote. Take a look when you can and let me know what you think. If I don't hear back from you, I'll reach out tomorrow and see what you think. Great talking today. Now, notice how the language is generic. So it can be recorded once, but friendly enough that it sounds like you actually called them and left that message specifically to them. And you notice the tone on all this copy isn't salesy or pushy. It's very laid back, but just keeping you top of mind to them. Now, the automations we make over at Resto Systems stop the second the customer replies, so there's no spam and it doesn't come off as automated. Like I was saying, it sounds friendly. It stops when they move the ball, and it all happens automatically, which is one of the best parts. But if the lead doesn't reply within 24 to 36 hours, we go into these messages And again, if you disagree with what I'm saying, then go look at the data from people actually using this. It prints money, El Chapo style. So this is the messaging we go into after 24 to 36 hours of no response from the lead. So day 1, we do a text. Haven't heard anything back yet, ... Any concerns with the quote? We want to earn your business. Let me know what's going on and I'll see what we can do. So day 2, something a little bit like this. Hey, Jake, just checking in about your backyard renovation quote. With the summer coming up, our schedule is starting to fill. Any questions I can answer? ? So day 4, you would do an email, and the email is going to break down common landscaping concerns depending on how your company handles them. So anything from project timeline, material selection, phasing options, payment plans, or financing. And then day 5 is going to be a text like this. Hi, Jake. I know making decisions about your outdoor space takes time. Would it help to walk through the quote together? I can show you some similar projects we've completed and maybe some different ways we can adapt if it's needed. And then so we have day 7, which this is the long-term nurture, and this is going to be a voicemail drop. So you're going to have a voice message that shows the project was escalated to a senior team member. Something like this. Hey, this is the owner Grant with Restless Landscaping. Looks like we sent over a quote a few days ago, but haven't heard back. Listen, I'm serious about being a top guy in our space for the city of Tampa. I'd love to earn your business, so if you have any questions or concern about the quote, or maybe you think you got a better quote, reach out to me because like I said, I want to make this happen. I hope you have a good day. Talk soon. And then moving on to day 10, we usually create manual actions so the owner operators actually reach out directly. This allows the owner to try their own ideas to see if they have better ways of closing the deal. Whatever they find that works for the team, we put into the system to increase conversions. So obviously none of the copy or messaging or voicemail drops are set in stone. You want to make sure any of the higher ups are able to review that and tweak the copy to what they think might work, because in the end, every company and every person's language is different in how they speak and how the company operates, etc. So now we'll get into objection handling and exactly how to handle them. Now, this is very important. This is going to be something that's a bit more manual, but you want to have these sales psychology skills, in the back of your brain for when objections do come, because I do, all of you probably get plenty of objections on a monthly basis, and you want to know how to handle them properly to increase your conversion rates and make more sales. So this is first and foremost, is that every single landscaping lead who doesn't buy immediately has an objection. No matter what, it's still an objection, whether, their cat died or they don't know if they can, finance the project. Everything is considered an objection if they're not giving you money for the service. Now, there's actually a secret 5th objection that our system handles for you. That's getting ghosted. Most of the leads you lose ghost you. That's why we reach out so many times and why the data actually shows that you need about 8.2 follow-ups on average if you want a successful business. Now, that might feel like a lot, but you can't earn someone's business until you know why they don't want to give it to you. Here's exactly what you'll hear and how you will be able to handle it. So number 1 is obviously a price objection, which is about 80% of the objections you're going to hear. When they say, I got a lower quote from another landscaper, your response could be something like this. Look, I get it. Nobody likes paying more than they have to. But here's the thing. There's usually a reason when someone's price comes in way lower, and I want to make sure you don't end up paying more in the long run. Some of these guys cut corners by skipping insurance or using cheap materials. If their workers get hurt on your property, guess who's liable? You are. Or they might use bargain bin plants that'll die on you in a year, and you'll be right back to square one, spending more money to fix it. Tell you what, if you show me their quote and it's apples to apples, same insurance coverage, same quality materials, same warranty, I'll beat their price. That's how confident I am in what we do. And if I can't match it, hey, at least you'll know for sure you shopped around and found the best deal out there. I'd rather be straight with you than sell you something that'll give you a headache down the road. Want me to take a look what they quoted you? I can show you exactly what you're getting with us versus them. So number 2, and a good objection you're going to see a lot is the ability to pay. This is going to be about 10% of your objections. So they'll say something like this. The price is good, but I may need to wait. It's a lot of money. You can say, I hear you. Not everyone has a big chunk of cash sitting around for landscaping, and that's totally normal. The good news is that we've got several ways to make this work for you, to make this work for your budget. Let me walk you through your options. First, we can break this project into phases. Instead of doing everything at once, we can start with the most important parts like fixing the drainage issues and then tackle the rest over time. Each phase would be smaller payments that are easier to handle. And another one would be, we also partner with Green Sky, a Wells Fargo for financing. A lot of our customers go this route. Most folks get approved right on the spot, and many plans have 0 interest if you pay within 12 months. That means you could get your whole yard done now while spreading the payments out over a year with no extra cost. And here's something else to think about. We can do a 50-50 split payment. You would pay half upfront for materials and the other half when we finish the job. That gives you a bit of breathing room. What matters to me is getting you the yard you want without stressing your wallet. Which of these options sound like it might work better in your situation? We can run some numbers and see exactly what the monthly payments would look like. So this is something good for they just don't have the money right now. So number 3 is a timing objection. This is going to be about 5 to 7% of the objections you're going to receive. So when they say, we want to wait until next season, your response could be something like this. I hear that a lot, and I get why waiting feels like the safe move. Let me share something I've seen happen too many times. A customer waits, and then they're shocked when they come back next season. Everything's gone up 15, 20%. Materials, labor, fuel, you name it. These prices aren't coming down anytime soon. Plus, here's what most folks don't realize. Here's what most folks don't realize. Spring and summer are our crazy season. Everyone wants their yard done, and at the same time, we end up booked solid for months in advance. The smart play is actually booking now, and here's why. You can lock in today's prices, which saves you real money. And get this, we can be flexible with the start date. You're basically getting insurance against the price hikes without having to rush into anything. If budget's a concern, we can also split this into phases. Maybe we tackle the front yard now while prices are lower, then handle the backyard when you're ready. That way, you're protected from at least some of those prices increasing. What's your main reason for wanting to wait? If it's timing or budget, I bet we can figure out a plan that works better then, just hoping prices don't go up more next season. Now, number 3 is design and concept objections. This is about 3 to 5%. When they say, we're not sure about some of the elements of the design, your response could be something like this. Hey, that's actually great that you're thinking carefully about this. Your yard is a big investment and you want it exactly right. Tell you what, I've got something that's helped a lot of folks in your shoes feel more confident about their decisions. Let me hop on a quick video call with you. I've got photos and videos of projects we just finished that are really similar to what we're planning for you. Nothing beats seeing the real deal, right? I can show you one we did over on, put in a nearby street neighborhood last month that had the same kind of, specific feature, etc. The homeowners there had the exact same questions you do, but now they're telling all their neighbors about it. And here's the best part. Nothing's set in stone yet. We can walk through each part you're unsure about, and I'll explain why we suggested it, show you how it worked in other yards, and if you're still not feeling it, we can switch things up. Sometimes just changing the location of a feature or tweaking the materials can make all the difference. What specific parts of the design are you wondering about? That way I can pull up the best examples to show you. Now, those are some of the most common objections you're going to face and how to properly handle them. And even if you don't say these exactly while you're handling this objection in person, the idea still stands. Fundamentally, these messages are trying to portray something, and so you could frame it in whatever way you want, but you get the idea of how to handle these. So now we're going to get into the numbers you must track. And if you're not measuring these numbers, you're flying blind. So number 1 is we have the response time to capture leads. When someone responds about that $25K patio project, you've got about 5 minutes to get back to them, and they'll probably have still reached out to others. This shows them exactly how responsive you'll be during their actual project. Then we have your lead conversion rate. How many of your leads are turning into actual jobs? This number helps you test how to increase your conversions without losing money, so you can increase your bottom line. You can split your approach to see what makes more money. This is what we do at Rest System, and we excel with it. So a lot of times what we'll do when we're building automations for conversions with landscaping companies is we'll split test different copy and different outreach methods, etc. And then over time, we'll go back and look at the conversion rates of each, and then we'll refine the one that works best and plug that one fully into the business. And we'll do this with basically any aspect of the automations in your business. Okay, so getting into the next thing you need to be tracking is your churn rate. This refers to how many customers you lose monthly/annually on the lawn care side. Sometimes you can have negative churn, which happens when you get clients that actually buy more from you. Then we have your client lifetime value. This refers to how much money one contact can bring you. If you get a client that asks for one job versus one that asks for 2 to 4 plus, then you can see the difference that makes. Again, this is what Rest System excels with, tracking lifetime value, your churn rates. We make sure to give you all the data in your business monthly of what the system is feeding out. So then you have your seasonal adjustment factor. Adjust your follow-up intensity based on the season. Spring could be most aggressive follow-up. Summer focuses more on maintenance and smaller projects. Fall is pushing to hardscape and prep for next spring. And then winter is heavy on design work and early booking incentives. So now we got to get into actually making this system work for you. Here's exactly how to implement this in your business. So we're going to get into the daily power hour. This is going to be your 8 to 9 a.m. This happens before anything else. And this is all going to be what you're doing with your team and on the back end before you get out and, kick butt of the day. So you're going to review all open quotes and manual outreach tasks. Respond to any overnight messages, any route objections to appropriate team members. Make sure your team has what they need to do their job. And then you're going to have a weekly check-in system. So you're going to review all your quotes from the previous week. You're going to check engagement rates, adjust messaging if needed. Meet with your team about 30 to 60 minutes and ask them for ideas on landing and keeping clients, as well as being more efficient. Doing this weekly will revolutionize your business. Because sometimes, company owners, they neglect how much value the information in their employees' head, how much they can learn from that. And so if you're doing these weekly check-ins with your team, a lot of times your team is going to know certain aspects of your business more than you, and they're going to know how to do it better than you. So it's good to listen on a weekly basis of those things. So, and then we have a monthly analysis. Calculate your close rate, review objection patterns, adjust scripts as needed, reroute around customers based as needed, and plan seasonal promotions. So now we're going to get into the technology stack that makes this actually work. So this is all happening with systems and automation. So this is the exact software stack that can make all this work phenomenally. So here's exactly what you need. You need quote calculation software plus follow-ups to capture leads fast and turn them into jobs. 2, you need estimate and invoicing software plus follow-up sequences so you don't have to play debt collector. 3, you need SOPs built into your system so your team executes perfectly every time. And 4, you need review and referral social proof collection systems that prevent negative reviews without violating any FTC guidelines to boost social proof, which leads to insane word-of-mouth marketing. So 5, you need a system that collects your leads and client information to send promotions and upsells that turns a one-time interaction into repeat customers that love your work. And 6, you need a system that works with your existing CRM, maybe something like Jobber, Service Titan, Service Autopilot, etc. So you don't have to learn anything new. 7, you need a system that is so easy to use you can run it from your email. And 8, you need a team that runs the system for you so you don't have to learn new confusing tech. There's only one company that does all of this. This is the software stack you need. And over here at Restless Systems, we can build all of these systems into one application that's automatic and can be run completely just through your email inbox with clicks and filling out simple forms, etc. So now you know all the value of this technology and conversion rates and stuff. And really, it's going to come down to install systems or you're going to be left behind. Now, let's cut to the chase. This system was built specifically for landscaping companies because let's face it, you're not selling cupcakes. Well, we can't change yesterday's decisions. We've all been there. We've all made mistakes. We can absolutely transform your tomorrow. Here's the deal. Your competitors aren't sitting around writing quotes with crayons anymore. They're upgrading their tech game and they're eating up market share like a zero-turn mower on fresh grass. But hey, good news. You haven't missed the boat. And honestly, you're far from it. Technology is only getting crazier. And starting now, you're still new to the game. Anyways, let's hop on a free process mapping session. I'll show you exactly where money is slipping through the cracks. And spoiler alert, it's probably more than you think. And I'll show you where we can plug those holes fast. You'll walk away with a crystal clear view of what's actually slowing you down, a professional process flow chart that's yours to keep. Even if you decide that we're not your cup of tea, you can still take it and run. And you're going to get revenue boosting moves you can start tomorrow. Now, this is a no strings attached process build out call. No awkward sales pressure and definitely no boring PowerPoint presentation. If you decide it's not your thing after our call, well, that's no worries. That expensive mapping process is still yours. Consider it my gift for letting me geek out about business systems for 30 minutes. Kind of similar to what I'm doing making this video. Take 60 seconds, click below, and let's see if we can make some magic happen in your business. Now, there is some side effect warnings to working with us. It may include increased revenue. You're going to probably get better sleep. You're going to have fewer headaches, maybe some more time, and your wife might brag about you to the other wives. So if you're willing to deal with those symptoms, then, it might be a good fit for you. You can book here on the document. If you join my group, Law and Legacy, I'll be linked below. You can get this document for free, and the booking link will be here. But you don't have to join our free group with weekly trainings. I mean, that's on you if you really don't want to do that. You can also go below, and I'll have the booking link in the description, and we can do a free process mapping call. And P.S., remember, when flip flows were cool, that's how your competitors will view your current process if you don't take action soon. I'm just saying.